Oh yeah, we are live. Okay, everything is a go. Okay, let's let everyone roll in real quick. Good evening, guys. How are you? Let's go ahead and get the things moving. Welcome to the Crow's Nest. My name is Victoria, hosting a nice conversation with some of our friends, Cass and Andre, today. Let's go ahead and get, you guys know how we get going here. Yes. All right, let me hit the chat. Hey guys, good evening. All right, welcome on this, what is this, Tuesday evening? Yes, it's nice to see everyone. Hello, thank you for coming. All right, so exciting news. I want to introduce you to my friend Cass and my friend Andre. So, two friends. So, yay, we're going to get to see how having three folks in the nest works. So, this is exciting. All right, so Cass is definitely a champion. Well, they're both champions. So, that's why I knew that they could share some insight, tell us what they're doing, and maybe tell you a little bit more of how they're coming into the industry.
What's up, guys?
Hey guys, how are you? Let me go ahead and introduce you. Everyone is coming in the chat. Welcome. Everyone's showing you some love here. So tell us about yourself. Who wants to go first?
Ladies first. Cass, we're gonna let you go first. Miss International.
Um, where do I start?
Tell us about your tell the audience, your background, how you kind of got into fitness. I know the story, but I think it's a fun one. It's very relatable to share.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
guess when I was a lot younger, I was into sports and stuff like that growing up, and then I drifted away from that in my teenage years. I then had my son and wasn't feeling the best about my body and stuff, so I started to work out, and then working out kind of led to competing somehow, and it kind of just it went from there. And now I compete professionally to make a living as a bodybuilder.
Yeah, tell them about some of the biggest accomplishments from, the Olympia placements to winning Arnold Schwarzenegger's, right? The Arnold Classic, Miss International, wellness.
So my biggest accomplishment would be winning the Arnold Classic last year. I've been to the Olympia 3 times now, and I came fourth 2 years ago, and this year I came sixth.
Yeah, the good stuff. And, for you guys that don't know who I am too, Andre Adams, NASM Master Trainer. I'm also an IFBB Physique Olympian in both men's physique and then also in classic physique division. So I go back a little bit further than Cass. This will actually be in May, 27 years of lifting. So, we both know what it's like to just grind and have that consistency, that discipline, and that big goal. So we're just happy to be here. Thanks for having us. I think we initially connected with you guys out at the Olympia last year. Victoria, was that your first time in our world, kind of coming to a bodybuilding event or a venue?
Oh, she disappeared.
There she is.
Okay, so I was, all right, check this out. So I need to give a buffer, like these folks don't. When we go live, my VPN bumps me. So do you want to fill me in on what was going on? I'm sorry.
No worries. Yeah, we were just kind of giving our backstories, but I was curious on your end too. Was we connected at the Olympia? Was that your first time being in our world in like a bodybuilding expo or an event? And what did you think of that compared to what you're accustomed to coming from all the wrestling industries?
Yes. So again, I want to just like circle back, guys, and say thank you for coming. Yeah, excuse my little technical difficulty. I made you all screens and stuff, so I usually get going clicking the buttons so I can give everyone a full dialogue on who you are and everything else. So, yeah, I need to buffer the top, but It's live, everyone knows, so everyone's still piling in, so this is great. So, yeah, Andre, back to your question. I wanna put you guys more in the full frontal okay, this is a little better. Alright, so, yeah, I met you guys at the Olympia, and that was my first time and definitely seeing your audiences, and I love how they're able to follow and interact with the sport too, because there were people of all different ages and body types that were fit. Like, I saw women in their late age that were fit, and they were there following the sport, and so that's what kind of was, like, a massive, like, difference between our audience because some of the folks can get in the ring, but, to a age difference, they become more spectators of the sport and just, like, continue to
Mhm.
enjoy it in their ages too, so it's, like, nice that we're able to have these conversations, see you grow in the ring, and, yeah, I was just looking forward to telling everyone about you guys and having y'all tell us, like, what y'all think too, so welcome again.
Thank you.
Yeah, Cass, I think you and I were actually finishing up an interview at the NASM booth, and one of our mutual friends, which is Ashley Demvois, kind of made the introduction, right? I asked her what she was there for. We were helping her with some wellness poses, and it was funny. I got to see Cass's face just like light up when we talked about wrestling, and I'm like, "Wait, are you interested in this? Like, let's go check this out. Let's just go talk and see what it's all about." And I think that's really where how we got involved. The team was very welcoming and nice, and just offered, to bring us out and show us what the wrestling world's all about. So it was a cool experience for us, for sure. I think we lost your audio, Victoria.
Oh my
There we
goodness,
go.
I'm gonna
That's better.
upload some videos here, and I wanted to know, Cass, like, what you thought, like, I have a few clips to show you guys. Well, also, we posted some online, so what did you think? How did it feel getting physical, especially, like, body awareness, and then we're sitting here, like, trying to explain, like, the technique, and, I mean, you know about technique, especially in lifting, right? Like
Yeah, I mean, bodybuilders and wrestlers, I feel like we can relate in some ways, like the discipline it takes, the athleticism. But I got to have my first in-ring experience, just learning a few of the basics with you and Melina, and it's just a whole other ball game when you take some bumps on your own. And it's not easy. Like people think it's easy to wrestle, and it's fake or not real, but it's intense.
Intense. You were a little sore that next day,
Yeah, my
right?
butt was bruised.
Yeah, it looked like you fell down some stairs, but you know what? I would expect nothing less. We got to pick on Melina the day before. Actually, it was the same day, at the bodybuilding gym, right? So we put her through an epic, like, Cass and Andre type of leg day or glute day. So I know she was feeling it. So, she got to give it right back to us in the ring.
So, what else did you think, Andre? Because I know that you had a friend, Mike, that were with us too, who does a lot of your nutrition, your meals. I definitely wanna hear about that.
Mhm.
And how it is to, like, keep a diet on the road, because that's another thing that we have alike too, because 'cause we're on the road traveling, trying to keep in shape, keep a discipline, but, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, that's also another part of the job possibly, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's a battle in itself. Shout out to Ma Meals, my guy Mike Watson. Me and Mike go back to the beginning when I first got my pro card back in like 2013. Mike was just kind of launching Ma Meals, and he so I ordered my meal prep, so he would handle all of my actual meal prepping for my competitions, and he's worked with tons of our athletes too, just to keep us on point. So Cass can speak to that too. When we're traveling, like, nutrition is everything. I don't care if you're a wrestler or a bodybuilder, just being able to stay ahead of your nutrition and prepare in advance is going to help keep you on point. And
Mhm.
Victoria, I would imagine for wrestlers, right, they kind of go hand in hand. Like, who doesn't want to have a nice physique that you're proud of when you get in the ring? It's also gonna, help you perform better too when you're in shape. So definitely nutrition is a huge part of that.
Yeah, I'm hoping you guys can help me out with that, I think I feel as though I'm kind of coming in with you too, Cass. Like I'm new here too, because just kind of like um I guess kind of just as an athlete, like you guys ever relate when you can kind of for myself, I feel like I could do better, but that turning it around and getting in that discipline again is like discipline in itself. Like
I
I
find like that once you get the swing of it, the first couple of weeks, then it kind of starts to get a bit easier. But it's just the beginning where it's getting back to it. It's hard.
I think she just needs to come spend like 2 weeks with us, Cass. We'll put you
Yeah.
through, some tough workouts. We'll help you meal prep, feed you for a week or two. We'll bulk you up a little bit.
Are you serious? Really?
You
That
should.
would be
We should
fun.
plan this.
I would love that. Like, I would absolutely love that. I really would, Cass, 'cause seeing you too, and I was really impressed by the way you moved so comfortably in the ring, and it was like, I know it was a lot of willingness. It was like your heart was definitely there, you can tell, and it was fun being there with Melina, myself as well, and Andre, it was great seeing you guys as support, like, it
Yeah.
was really great, vibe, which brought me closer to, like, seeking more opportunity in the ring myself, so
And that's why I was so grateful to have that opportunity with you guys because I know both of you hadn't really stepped foot in the ring for a while, but like as soon as you took that first bump and started going, like I just like saw you guys light up and it was so exciting to watch.
thank you, Cass, and you, like, inspired us as well too, like and it's funny because Melina was definitely one of my favorite partners, so, like, to be able to, like, kinda show what what we were talking about was, like, so like, I was so grateful for that school, but, like, I'm excited for us to go to UWW together. I mean, in that position, I think I'm trying to do more color commentary, but, for you, you've got many athletes ahead of you, Allison Kay for one. I want to load the video, but I would love if you could share a little bit about, maybe your maybe your perspective on going to the show just to start, like, in San Antonio, being able to sit there in the stage, like, getting that perspective from there, like, was that
I was very impressed by the show and honestly we were just there our first experience as bodybuilders coming into the wrestling world. And it didn't let me down. Like it was great, and yeah, everything went well. We got to sit with you guys at the commentary and all of that, and then Allison, I don't know where it came from, but she had a few words to say for me. So
It caught us off guard for sure.
yeah,
Yeah. How'd you feel about that, Cass? Those were some pretty bold words. If
I don't know if
I
you
don't
have the
know, do
clip
you
or if you
remember
can
what she
run it.
said?
She basically called me a basic bitch in front of everybody. And I was just, you could see the look in my face. I was shocked. Like, I'm just there to, experience your guys' world. And I was enjoying myself. And she called me out saying I'm a basic bitch and I don't belong there, basically. And now, honestly, a fire has lit inside of me and I kind of want to prove this girl wrong. So maybe I will start training.
I
I
think
like
you should. Yeah, yeah, and I
Right?
love the way you say the word "bitch." I'm like, "Oh,
it.
oh, love it."
Yeah.
You said it. I was like, "Girl, yes, I like it."
Honestly, hey, look, Allison better be careful what she wishes for. Like, I know this girl in the gym. She's a hard worker. She's competitive. She's gonna conquer whatever she puts her mind to. I'll be there to help make sure she does. So be careful what you wish for.
Mhm.
I love that, and how long, Andre, have you been training with Cass? Like, that's something I wanted to dive into also because I know
Mhm.
you do a lot of, help with a lot of people getting to their fitness goals, and, how long have you guys been working together?
So Cass and I actually met last year. And in fact, this a little bit of law of attraction, right? Cass was looking to get a bit more into things like seminars and some of the workshops that we're doing. And we had a big event going down last year. I had like Ronnie Coleman out. We had Andrea Shaw, Miss Olympia out. And I wanted to bring Cass out for a wellness and bikini seminar. I think we did a quad and glute camp, which was pretty fun. And, we just hit it off from there. So anytime when we're in town together, we definitely get it in. It's usually going to be legs. Cass, have we ever trained anything together except lower body?
No, see, that's the thing. I don't train my upper body because
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know this, but the category I'm in, wellness, we're supposed to be asymmetrical.
Hmm.
So our upper body is supposed to be smaller, and then our lower body is supposed to be more curvy, like our glutes and our legs. So I don't train upper body.
Yeah. So you guys would
Wow.
probably be shocked to hear that because Cass is still very jacked up top. Now, that being said, she did turn pro in figure, right? Which is more balanced in proportion. Muscularity is symmetrical top to bottom. So that's been something where she's, working to get overdeveloped in the lower body to meet like very specific criteria. And then just like training in general, I've been training clients for about 15 years now and was actually one of the course contributors for NASM, right? National Academy of Sports Medicine for physique and bodybuilding coach course. So we're all over the place. I love it. I mean, you're just helping people solve problems, figuring out their bodies, figuring out their physiques. It could be someone like yourself that's a wrestler and trying to enhance their performance or the way they look in the ring. We kind of do it all.
I really wanna take you guys up on the, coming down to get in ring shape because, like, that would be awesome too. Because then we could train too, Cass, you know? Because there are a lot of great schools around. I mean, we've been talking about a couple, not to give you guys any secrets. Oh, I did find a video, guys, so I am
Uh-oh.
I'm known to clicking buttons and doing just the most here, so I'm gonna also ping.
Yes.
That was a cute little video.
Love it. Love it. You know what?
I'm
That was a good summary of the highlights of the evening for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not a technician, guys. I'm not a technician. I don't claim to be, but, I wanted
I'm jealous. I totally should have video bombed you guys in that last clip. I missed my opportunity.
this seemed like a raid, right? I was like, "Whoa." Let's get yeah, so I'm gonna, like, try to show you guys this video again because I wanted to highlight to everyone what we were talking about.
Yes.
Well, like I said, I'm no technician. So, guys, know, that's what we were talking about. So, you guys definitely go check us out on UWW. We've got promo codes so you guys can all check out the segment, what we were talking about, because that was actually Cass's first really introduction to the realm of professional wrestling. Um, myself, like, I never grew up watching, like, or getting really involved in, like, professional wrestling, like, as I was a young girl, but, when I got the opportunity from WWE, they invited myself, Kelly, another girl, to the show, and that's how we were kind of, like, introduced the same way with, like, no real background, no, like, real concept of what the job really but it was so exciting, and then you just kinda went with the ride, like, that's what I kinda sense you're gonna experience, and then it's nice to have Andre there for support too, you
Were
know?
you an athlete at all growing up, or?
I was, but, like, I do consider dance team and stuff
Mhm.
athleticism, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Um, I did love soccer and things, but I didn't pursue it past, like, middle school, high school to do, like, real sports, so wrestling was really kind of my first and I guess the one I g I guess I'm still in a sport, but I mean, like, with you, it's, like, really gonna be an interesting ride because you have such a discipline when you're and a lot of notoriety over there, right? Like, it's just, like, how do you see yourself balancing both professions? I mean,
I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to give it a go to see how I balance it. I don't see myself training for wrestling when I'm too close to a competition because you have to get so shredded that you can injure yourself quite easily. So I'll just have to kind of see how I'm feeling throughout my prep and balancing it with wrestling and when I need to take a little break.
Hmm. Yeah, just getting creative with your nutrition. I mean, a lot of people don't realize there's one division in our league, which is the fitness division, so women's fitness, and it's intense. I mean, there's actually been, Cass, as you and I know, a few crossover athletes, but the fitness girls have to do a lot of acrobatic, gymnastic type stunts, ballet type movements, you name it, at the same time as peaking out their physiques. So it's, to me, it's no different, right? They're taking a lot of falls and a lot of high risk maneuvers, so we just have to be strategic with her training, right? Because obviously, like, injury avoidance is always going to be top of mind, right? Especially in Cass's position where she's one of the top Olympians in the world in her division.
Yeah, correct. And that's another thing I was curious about. What about like recovery? Because that's the one thing that gives me a little bit of a pause, like in really getting full speed ahead some days, is like the recovery aspect. Like I felt that I've been able to get to a point where I have a lot, like I'm not stiff or not whatever, but is it possible to train strictly for recovery and a little strength, but not try to like really, I don't know.
So are you thinking like recovery from weight training or recovery from your wrestling training?
Yeah, like recovery from the wrestling training, but then transition into like long, like, sustainability, like, for my older years. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
I feel like your body has to get to a certain point. Like it's not going to be easy at the start, but then once you get to that point where you're comfortable with your recovery time, you can kind of just like maintain that, right?
Hmm. Right. You got to kind of build up that tolerance, right? It's conditioning. Just like when you first start weight training, for instance, when you're breaking down a lot of muscle tissue, you create a lot of trauma on the muscles, your body's constantly inflamed or sore. But over the course of, 4, 5, 6 weeks during a prep, your body becomes a little bit more resilient and conditioned to that stress. So I would imagine wrestling is very similar. But, for recovery, obviously nutrition, getting good sleep. There's a lot of anti-inflammatory stuff like contrast therapy that people do with an infrared sauna and then go directly into a cold plunge, for instance, right? Where you can kind of shock the body into that recovery mode. But there's a lot of I mean, I literally just, before I hopped in this call, I just left one of my partners here, Drew Velasco, and we did our IV drip therapies, right, for recovery. So that's something that's top of mind in any sport.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you have any books or Cass, have you written anything yet? I know you've got denim, so
Yeah, I haven't written anything, but I do have my own jean line that is made for more curvy girls, I guess you could say, with a smaller waist and uh,
More
larger
balance.
bottom. So they're super stretchy, comfortable, and they shape your butt. So yeah.
Yeah. Girls with the cakes, wellness girls.
that's awesome. Yeah, we're gonna have to definitely get your link to that and everything else too, and it's like I said, especially with professional wrestling, you get to play a character, so you'll get to kind of wear have you thought of gear or like the well, I guess since you do your, performance, kind of like your gimmick, or have you thought anything about your character? Or I know this
I don't know. I mean, I want my character to be as close to my personality as possible because I think that's more natural. I'm excited about like the costume aspect of it and like getting to buy like cool things that you would, you want to wear, but you can't really like walk down the street wearing it or people be like,
I mean, you could.
but
right.
Depends on what city you're in, I suppose, right?
true, true.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
and Andre, do you have any goals in your, professional wrestling, journey so far? Like, do you see yourself
Ooh,
anywhere?
I don't know. Your boy might be getting too old, but I did. You know what? I hopped in the ring. I ran the ropes, and it came a little too natural. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll definitely play around with Cass a bit. But right now, I'm honestly having fun just helping, manage her and make sure that she's strategic with what she's doing and getting the most out of her training. But I'm always down for anything. So you can definitely guarantee I'll be stepping foot in the ring at some point.
In Cass, like, what are some of your goals, like, looking forward? Like, I mean, I feel as though in my experience so far, like, I can't think of, like, what year it was that certain things clicked. They just kind of came. They're still coming, you know? Do you have any short term, like 1 year, 3-year goals?
Um, I guess I'm kind of like for the wrestling, I'm just waiting to see where it takes me. I know I enjoy it. I'm trying to get into a wrestling school here, but yeah, I guess I don't really have any specific goals in mind right now.
Yeah, just kind of learning the skills right now, and like you said,
Yeah,
see where it takes us.
one step at a
I mean,
time.
there is a little bit of beef that we might want to resolve at some point, but first things first. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and Allison, she's a cool chick. Like, they're all the girls are pretty cool, and it's funny to see her have a reaction like that, but I can understand, like, us girls, especially in wrestling, like, you you gotta go get it, just that's why it's like, I just relate to you so much on your drive, like, in your sport, and then embracing another. I think that's just really admirable, and it'll take dedication, and I'm just so excited to be a part of that journey with you. But,
yeah, I mean, how cool would
mhm.
it be, right, to have someone in Cass's position? And Cass, I would say I would speak to both goals, right? Your goal in the world of bodybuilding is pretty obvious, right? The goal is always to win the Olympia title. That's our
Mhm,
goal, right? You've got
mhm.
the Arnold. There's no only one place to go up from there. But how cool would it be if you can, pull off an Olympia win, but also pull off, some kind of recognition in the sport of wrestling? That's never been done. I've never heard of anyone doing that simultaneously.
Yeah,
So I think for me, I know I'm a competitive person too. You're competitive by nature. I think that's a huge challenge and a huge opportunity to stand out and do something a little different.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that, and it's like, where did you come up with your competitive nature? Where did it come from?
I'm not too sure. I guess sports growing up, playing like baseball with my dad and my sister. Yeah.
It's amazing,
Cass, are
yeah.
you the big sister or the little sister?
I'm the second oldest, so I have a mixed family of like half brothers and sisters and step brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So was there a bit of like sibling rivalry then too?
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah. See, I'm the baby, so I was like, doing stuff that my older siblings were doing. Cass, you got to meet my sis Sheena in the military down in San Antonio, and it's like this girl was like 3 feet taller than me when we were kids. It was insane. And I would be trying to keep up with her and my older brother, which makes you competitive, especially when you're smaller or you're a little bit younger than your older siblings.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's why I know that, like Allison Kay, like she's definitely got she's got a good resume and everything else too, and I think it'll just be a great match. I mean, I don't know if I should go that far and say like, but I mean, yeah, to show her what you're gonna be working on, looking.
Yeah, I'm just excited for this journey and seeing where it goes. So.
Yay. Yeah. So I guess, is there anything else that you guys wanna, like, put, where we can find your denim line, Andre, your training and your everything? I can, yeah, we can shout it out now.
Yeah, Cass, you want to tell them where they can find KG Jeans at first?
So it's kg-jeans.com, and then my Instagram handle is KASSG
And if you can't find it, I'm sure you can find it on mine. My Instagram handle is just at Andre Adams _official. And then, for coaching inquiries, I do have a Team Adams prep page. Otherwise, you can go to andreadamsofficial.com and find me there. It doesn't matter if it's lifestyle, contest prep, sport specific. We do a little bit of everything. So, and also Cass has jeans for the guys too.
Fit.
I actually have a pair of them. We got to like come out twinning sometime, Cass, and maybe like have a little quad showdown and see who wins that battle.
Yeah.
You better be bulking up.
Oh, I'm bulked.
Good stuff. Victoria, though, thanks again for inviting us, to the Crow's Nest. We're happy to be here. I think we need to do this more often. I think, I foresee a follow-up episode at some point.
That would be really fun, and especially like, geez, I'm trying not to say like. I'm sorry, guys. So, with the training and everything, that 2-week challenge, I definitely want to see class soon, like roll around sometime really soon, hopefully. The next UWW show, I think there's one down the corner, so hopefully we'll get to do something there. And I want to see these dude denims. This is crazy. We didn't even talk about
Yeah.
this. This is so awesome.
I think we have a picture. We'll have to send it to a cast from Legion Sports on the red carpet last year.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing. So everyone, thank you for coming and checking in. I mean, this is like a pretty casual show, like, I'm just small potatoes over here, but it's always just nice to catch up and introduce everyone to kind of the folks that I've kind of been chatting with and building this spelling bee thing. So maybe you guys can come and participate in that. But yeah, I appreciate you guys and everyone here. So I guess with that, guys, usually I throw this little video thing up and then just kind of cash out, something like that. All
Thanks for
right.
having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us, guys. Thanks for tuning in. You know where to find us. Hopefully we'll see you guys back soon.